Are you recovered from your first 100-yard rushing game now?
Physically or mentally?
Both.
Yeah, I feel good. For the most part, I didn't take any bad hits, so physically I'm feeling good. Mentally I'm feeling good, ready to go this week. So you celebrate it for 24 hours and you move on.
Not 25 like Coach said you might?
Maybe he did for 25, I did 24.
Coming off a game like that, how much easier is practice? If it's easier, or is it just straight back to work?
It's you build a confidence. I think we've kind of built that as the season's gone on, and I think that carries over week to week. So you keep that confidence with you. Other than that, you want to have the same prep that you always do in terms of, how much film you watch, taking care of your body, your focus level of practice, all those things. You want to keep the same each week, and I think we've kind of hit a groove there. So, I'm feeling good out there in practice. I think the guys are feeling good out there in practice, but we can never ever get complacent and think we've arrived. So that's kind of where we're at right now.
Last week we were asking Coach how painful it was to watch defensive film. So now it's how much enjoyment did you get out of watching the offensive film, especially from the second half?
Yeah, it's that's fun to watch. Yeah,
I'm sure you're going to say there were a few plays out there that you could have had.
Right. But that happens in football games. You're going to miss some throws. You're not going to hit everything. But it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch an offense in sync and really groove in. And it's fun when you're out there actually doing it. So that was it's good film to watch on Sunday. Enjoyable.
When you watch the film of the NC State defense, what are you seeing, and how talented is that defensive line?
Yeah, they're elite. They're across the board. They got probably NFL draft picks on that line, so they're going to be a challenge. And on the back end, they're good. The linebacking core, they're good. They're all upperclassmen who've played a lot of football too. So. That carries some weight as well. So they're going to be a tremendous challenge. They're a great defense, and we're going to go after them like we do every week. So we're going to back down. We know they're good, but it's going to come down to who executes better, and that'll be kind of the story of the game.
Senior day hits. Does it feel like it's been 4 years?
Yeah, this last one's each year it goes by faster. But this last one's flown by. I feel like yesterday we were in fall camp, so you just try and soak in every moment that you can. We got senior day and then one more at BB&T, and it's been great. But you're just trying to make the most of the last two, and that's our focus right now.
You mentioned the last couple of years how sometimes the offense couldn't compete with the defense. I take it has that flipped yet, or at least you guys are up to speed? It sounds like.
Yeah, I think we're more up to speed with the defense. The defense is a little nicked up. Second half they gave up 3 points to a really good offense though, so they kind of got their groove. So I think there's definitely less of a disparity in the difference between the offense and the defense, and that's good for us in practice. It's going to make the defense better. They're going to make us better by going against a good defense.
Now, John, watching camp over the last couple of years, you can kind of see this thing start to come together from an offensive perspective. Going into fall, last fall, it looked like you had some better skill players, going out to as wideouts, and it looked like you were going to make a jump. But the scoring didn't really jump up.
Right.
What was the difference this year actually making that jump?
Yeah, I think one thing is I can't say enough about how much better and since I was a freshman to now, the O-line has been. Across the board, those guys are smart. They know what they're doing. They're physical. And that's where where the nucleus of the offense is if you can control the trenches, you're going to be successful. So they're doing a great job. The skill guys have all gotten better since I was first here. And I think we're a lot more aggressive this year than we were last year. A lot of times we fell back on our defense because we had such a good defense. So, when you tighten games, do you want to run 90 plays and you have to put the defense out there when they're playing so well? So, a lot of times last year I think we pulled back a little bit. But this year we're really attacking people, and a lot of that's we're not turning the ball over, we're not going 3 and out a lot, so we can do that stuff, and then the defense still has adequate rest.
What's it like throwing to the best tight end in ACC history, statistically?
It's awesome, yeah, and it's fun because Cam was the guy who hosted me when I was a senior in high school, so we've had a great relationship, one of my closest friends, and it's a testament to his hard work through the 4 years, his talent. He's a great leader, and I couldn't be more happy that he's getting the success he deserves, and I'm glad we're getting him the ball now. He's a really, really good weapon.
Did you sense that he was kind of disappointed after the Georgia Tech game?
No, I think obviously he's a competitor. He wants the ball. He wants to help us win, but he's not upset about. All he cares about is us winning, and that's why he's such a great leader. He could care less if he has 0 catches and we win by 10. He's happy. And the reality is, if he's catching 100 yards receiving, we're probably going to win the game. So, but he just wants us to win.
John, as you were getting pounded as a freshman and sophomore, getting sacked 40 times a year, did you ever envision a time where you're going to put 64 points up in a game and get recognized for all this achievement from an offensive perspective? Did you actually see that result at the end of the tunnel?
Back then, no. But you feel the team get better, and you feel the guys around you get better, and you feel yourself get better. So, it comes with time, and you just got to trust the process of building a backup program and building a winning culture. So, there's times when you just, after a tough game, you sit back and say, "Wow, this is hard. But when are we going to get there?" But you just got to keep pressing, and you still got to keep. Like even now, we scored 64. We want to have the mentality that we can still do better. And that's probably a little insane, but still, that's what you want to do. You want to keep pushing, guys.
What was your lowest moment here? Or is there so many it's hard to figure?
Two Louisville games my freshman and sophomore year were bad. Those were 2 bad ones.
And what made them so bad?
I thought we could have won. I mean, especially my sophomore year, I think I had 3 picks, and we could have won that game if we didn't turn it over. So that one was hard. The other one, I got sacked a lot. So those were tough ones. I'm glad but that's part of it. That's part of it.
Who's your harshest critic when you throw picks, but besides yourself? Who talks to you the most about it?
Probably Coach Clausen would get after me a little bit, which I made some dumb plays when I was a freshman and sophomore, so I can't fault him for that. And Coach R gets after me too. You just got to be smart. You're going to throw picks every now and then. It's just egregious ones where you're forcing something, or if a guy makes a great play, jumps around, and the ball's supposed to go there, then sometimes you got to tip your cap. And that's the thing I've learned is you just got to run the play. You got to trust your reads, and get the ball out on time, and the picks won't happen if you're throwing it accurately and you're running the play.
So, how big has Matt Colburn's performance been the last 3 weeks as far as providing that ground game and also potentially saving a redshirt season for Christian Beal?
Yeah, huge. What he did last week was unbelievable. As fast as we were going and how many snaps we played, for him to play every snap is obscene. So that's you got to tip your cap to him. You got to tip your cap to the O-line for creating those holes. So they both played. That group played well, and then Matt played well, and he stepped up. He really has.
What seems like a lot of points in a college football game for you? If you've seen others score, is it like 40? Wow, that's a lot. Or what number kind of?
Yeah, I would say anything in the 40s is a good amount, especially in the ACC, because in my personal opinion, I think there's the defenses in the ACC are more. I don't want to bash other conferences, but I think the defenses across the board are a little bit better in the ACC. SEC is kind of the same way, and there's less up tempo. I know we go up tempo too, but there's less up tempo, so there's not as many plays, and that's why the points aren't as high, I think, in ACC games.
So when you're climbing in the 50s and 60s, it must just seem.
Yeah, you kind of lose track of it. You keep playing, and obviously that was a lot of points. So I think it won.
Do you think more of the point total, or do you think more of like the margin? When you're kind of in a game like that.
In the game, yeah. You think more of the margin, right? Like if we're up 31-0, you still want to keep pushing your foot on the pedal, but you're a little smarter, you're a little more conservative. You just kind of play the game to win, not to score as many points.
You're thinking of you're up 9, you're up 2 possessions.
Right,
type thing,
right,
and
yeah, exactly.
Regardless whether it's 19-10 or 59-50.
Right.
I just want to know what happened on your visit when Kansas City. What did you guys do? Or what do you remember that you can tell me that you did?
We, a while back, we went to dinner at some nice places, like the coach likes to take you out, and then we went out on campus, so that was a fun night. But yeah, you got to meet a lot of the guys and get a feel for the team, and Cam did a great job. I would have probably committed anyway, but he kind of just completely sold me. The team's where I want to be.
Did you actually end up committing somewhere else though? And then
no, after I was hosted by when the new staff came in, I was solid on it.
Okay.
Before that, I was.
What else? Who else was involved?
At the end, it was Penn State had offered me ECU. I was committed to ECU at one point in time. It really came down to probably those three: ECU, Penn State, and Wake. Early on, I was committed to Harvard too, but I would say it probably came down to Wake and Penn State, and I was leaning towards Wake. I mean, Wake would have the career advantage there for once they, I had an offer from the old staff, and the new staff came in and sold me on it, and that was pretty much done.
Did you say you also had an offer from?
I was